friends, my name is Leanne and I am mad for Pandora. Today I have some very special pieces to show you, and I am going to show you one of my bracelets. So we might start off today with a design I've done on my O pendant. Now as you can see, I have some very beautiful old pieces. Now these beautiful flower charms are called He Loves Me. Now they do have diamonds. And then I have got these gorgeous little leaf spaces on the side, and I've just put the little stoppers from my two-tone open bangle on here as well. I didn't really do that to stop them falling off. It was more about a design, and because I decided at the moment I wanted to have one of my open bangles just empty. So the other pieces I have is just this one here. So I've got nothing on it at all. Now I do have two of these size ones, so I am able to get away with just doing it plain sometimes. I did have this stack on there, and it was very beautiful, but then I decided I wanted to have another go at wearing my O pendant. Now I haven't worn this size for a while. I did pop it on this beautiful old Pandora chain. You can see how gorgeous and oxidized it is. And it is one of those ones that have the S-lock on them. But you can see how gorgeous and oxidized this is. Now I really want to oxidize my O pendant, but I did manage to only just get this chain on my O pendant, and even though you think for sure that these loops, especially this side one, would come out of there, it is such a tight squeeze that I only just got it on and now I can't get it off. So I'm at some point going to try and get it off, and I would like to try that egg method or something to oxidize this O pendant, because I've been hoping Pandora would bring out an oxidized one. What do you think? Because I really don't like playing around with the way Pandora makes stuff, especially if down the track they're going to make what I really want, but I think it would look better if it was oxidized. I did put a plain clip there, so it's sort of balanced, not that anybody's really going to see it, but it's going to balance out. But I think that would be amazing if it had that sort of look. But we will see. I think it is beautiful the way it is, but like I said, I haven't been wearing this size very much at all because I have other things sort of to choose from. But then I thought, instead of having it on my open bangle, I'm going to try the O pendant instead. So it was really pretty. I do really like this. I did take these beautiful charms off my, they were on my fairy tale bracelet, and I changed that around a little bit, which I will show you at some point. But I thought having two of the same of something is really nice on an O pendant. So I did also change around my Essence bracelet. So I've just got these alternating. So you've got a black one and this one. So what do you think? I've added these two charms. I wanted to really sort of have the oxidized look, but I didn't want too much darkness, like with all the blacks and stuff. So I'm pretty happy with that now. Now the special bracelet that I want to show you is, yeah, pretty crazy, but It's been a long time getting it just perfect, but here it is. What do you think of that? I might turn it around straight. So you may think I'm crazy because I know there's a lot of ladies that don't worry about having safety chains, but I've never actually seen anyone with 2 safety chains. Now, I didn't do 2 safety chains as a safety thing really. I did it as a design feature. What do you think? Something a bit different? It's really nice actually on your wrist, and the way it sort of dangles with the oxidized detail and then the gold is really, really nice. So the bracelet is the two-tone. Now I don't own the actual gold bracelet, but I do have a few of these from when they retired, and I love the two-tone detail. And then we have the beautiful safety chain. Now this first safety chain I did buy pre-loved. Just wind it on a bit. I have found that some safety chains work their way off the threads a little bit more than others. Now this is really, really beautiful. So this is 14 karat gold, and it's the 5 centimeter flower safety chain. Now when these first came out, and in some countries they did have different lengths with the safety chains. I know they don't anymore, at least not here. I do love the gold safety chain. See how the actual chain is more like long and narrow? It's very unusual. And I love the flower detail. Now because I bought this pre-loved, it is a little bit darker in the flowers, but it kind of doesn't worry me that much at all because I have the lights and darks anyway. Now this next safety chain, I do have 2 of these, and this is what I'm saying about design. How beautiful is this safety chain? Now for those of you that don't know, these old safety chains do clip off, but they don't have any silicone in them. Now the first of my charms is absolutely beautiful. Now I believe I bought this on like Oz Sale or Buy and Bite when they were selling Pandora. I'm not sure if they still do. I'm not sure if the prices are good or competitive, but that's where I got mine. But it's just so detailed and so beautiful. But it's just got little butterflies all the way around. Now I don't have an exact name for this bracelet, but based on the charms that are on it, I feel like Golden Garden would probably be a good name. If you can think of any other names, please let me know. I really, really love this one. Now the next charm I've got is very hard to find, and it's very rare. And this is the beautiful Beehive. Now the little bees are just gorgeous and the detail is crazy. Now there is the code there, the hallmarks. It took me quite a while before I added this to this bracelet, but when I wanted one that was sort of the same shape as a flower basket, I decided this would be good, and it's got the oxidized detail and the pops of gold like it. So that was my balance, and it also goes with the theme. Now this one is the Openwork Butterfly Swarm, and this one's just the Beehive. Then I did change these around as well. When I stole, you could say, the little gold flower spaces to put on my new studded bracelet, I ended up adding the Trinity spaces to this bracelet. So it did have the other flower spaces on it, but I really like the Trinity spaces on here. They're not as sort of heavy and chunky looking. It sort of just really breaks it up. Now this next charm is extremely special. This one did get sent from Lily from America. Well, she actually got it for me and she sent it to my daughter when she was in America, but oh, this charm is just beautiful. Like, how gorgeous is it? Like, so much detail. Now there's flowers, there's gold accents, and this beautiful stone is an actual onyx. Now this charm is called Dewdrops on Flowers, and it's just beautiful. So this is actually meant to be a dewdrop, obviously. It's beautiful. And this is a diamond, and it's just set in 14 karat gold. And there's a little heart there. I spent ages trying to find this charm, and I was talking to Lily and she was like, I did actually send her photos of one that I was thinking of getting, and I did actually pick buy, like press buy on it, and something happened to the charm and the lady couldn't send it to me, so she refunded my order. And I'm actually glad, because this one came up, it was a lot cheaper and it was not much long later. But it has the very special meaning that a dear friend found it for me. Just so beautiful. Now this clip here, I didn't buy them both at the same time. I have two of them, and wow, like guys, look at these clips. They are phenomenal. Like, the amount of detail and just flowers packed into the gold is, oh, amazing. Like, really, really amazing. Gorgeous. I have a feeling I actually got one of these off Rue La La, but a long time back. How beautiful is that? Gorgeous. Now these, the only name I've got for them is golden flower clips, and they're 14 karat gold. Now these little flowers here are like a very small spacer, and they are little roses. There is a gold version of this too, but I think the silver version is perfect here. I just needed something small to fill in that little bit extra of gap, because it was slightly too loose across the front. And they're just really cute. They're actually hard to get, this spacer, and I'm very fortunate to have got a pair. Now this charm here is super duper old and rare, and I got it for a really good price, and I've had it for quite a long time. Now all these are diamonds. Very, very beautiful. And as you know, I love beaded detail and I love oxidized detail, so this charm is just amazing. Now this is called the Diamond Delight charm. How crazy is that? Now I know they aren't really, it's not really garden orientated, and not everything on here is garden orientated, but I just love it. And because they're diamonds, and if you've noticed on this bracelet there is no cubic zirconias, they're either plain or they're diamonds. So I think that's pretty cool. Now this next charm is just so beautiful. It's got black diamonds in it, and it does come in white diamonds as well. It is so beautiful. Look at the hearts, all like hearts on their side with the diamonds in the middle. Such a beautiful charm, and it's got like a kind of like a rope detail at the side. It's so nice. And then this next one is very popular if you can get your hands on it, and it's a gorgeous garden hat. Just amazing. And it's got the little gold flower on the hat. Now I took this one off my fairy tale bracelet because I felt like it was too oxidized to go on there, and my fairy tale bracelet isn't oxidized. So I originally did have it on this bracelet, and then I took it off and changed it around a bit and then put it back on because I don't know, like I like the garden theme. I like that it's just got the one dangle. It's very simple, and this hat is just like a standout on its own. Like the details are just amazing. Like look at that bale. Pandora does not make bales like that these days. Look at the flowers. It's just crazy, and like even underneath it's just so beautiful. It's one of my all-time favorite charms. Like I did have an opportunity to get a second one at one point for a good price, but I didn't. And I guess in a way it's gone to another good home, and that's great. But sometimes you just want to, because you want to do it in two different designs, and I just really appreciate this one for its beauty. I remember seeing this at the shop at the time when it was still part of their range, and I loved it back then, but I never bought it for some reason. I don't even think it was very expensive at the time. This next one I have is called Wanderlust, and it's just a beaded weave. Now it is quite light because it's so hollow, I think. I mean, they call them solid gold, but when they're that light on, but it's fairly light charm, but it's still very beautiful. And I thought the shape of that went really well with the shape of the heart one. Sort of more narrow, not really round. And this next one here, I remember getting this. We were actually on our way back from family holidays up at the relative's farm, and I saw this on eBay, and it was like, I think I got it for like $60. Like it was really cheap. But we kept going through areas with no reception, and the bids were sort of, it was time to bid, and I was like, I don't even know if I'm going to have a reception or not. So I rang my daughter at home and said, I really want this charm. Can you bid on it for me? And she did. And of course I won the bid. But there was a period of time where, because we had no reception, I didn't even know whether she'd got it or not. So that was quite exciting. Whereas this one here, I bought it from a lady not too far from my home, so that was really good. And yeah, $60 for this charm is phenomenal. And these are all diamonds, like, and they're just set in 14 karat gold as well. And this one is called Entangled Beauty, or Kerry's diamonds. So this is the one that I have the matching earrings for. I don't have a ring, but this is the matching. So the earrings are way harder to find than the actual charm, but that's the pair. And then there's a ring that gets around as well, and it's just beautiful. I have been tempted to get it a few times, but then I'm like, I have so many other beautiful things and there's only so much you can wear, or yeah, so I don't know, I'm kind of in that place at the moment where it has to be super duper special for me to pick something up, because I just have so many nice things already, and unless I'm prepared to sell some stuff, I just won't get around to wearing them. So this next one is another little rose spacer and another one of the gorgeous clips. Oh, I just love these so much. Now this next piece, I actually did pay a decent amount of money for it. It is so beautiful. Now this is the first one of the Black Friday charms they had in the US. Now of course in Australia we didn't get these original Black Friday charms, and I did manage to pick it up from a seller that gets stuff in from America. So it's beautiful. It's from 2011, and I think it's kind of weird that they brought out one two-tone one that's completely different to all their others in their collection. But I do count myself very blessed to have this one, and I don't wear it with the others. The others are way more Christmassy, so they sort of end up either on a winter bracelet or a Christmas bracelet, whereas this one is two-tone, and that's why I got these other black charms, because I've got the dewdrop, which is got the black, and then this one has a little pops of black as well. But the black just goes really good with the oxidization. But this one is actually called Midnight Heart. It's just beautiful. So it has the one with the 14 karat and the rest are black enamel. Now I have another one of the Trinity spaces. Now the Trinity spaces have been retired for a long time in Australia, but when they were available, they were, I think, $120 or $119, and I did manage to pick mine up for a decent price. Now when I first saw them, I was like, oh my goodness, they are so tiny. But honestly though, they are small, but they pack a punch, because like just dividing up two other charms or just bringing that extra bit of gold to something, it's amazing how much it really does, even though it's so little. You just don't want to drop it on the ground because you probably never find it. And it is obviously not threaded. But yeah, I really do love them. And this next one here, I bought it from a seller. Now, how beautiful is this? Now, this is the two-tone flower basket, and like crazy detail. I love the gold bow, and then just plain on the bottom, and like look at that detail. It's a full-on basket weave, and then it's got the beautiful bit across the top. It's just got the rope detail and the flowers. Like, that's a lot of detail. Just amazing. and then we've got the back. So I really do love that charm, and I love that it's opposite the Beehive because I think it gives a lot of balance. It's sort of one of those charms that if you don't have something to balance it out, it is a bit of an odd shape. And I've tried to do it, as you can see, where I've put a lower charm so it doesn't interfere. Not that this bracelet is super duper full, it's got plenty of movement, which is great because you don't want your charms rubbing together. And that's the other reason I put this gold charm on this side and this one on this side, because I didn't want, like, this one's a little bit smaller profile. This one here, it was one of the cheaper gold charms. It is so beautiful. And it's just called the Gilded Cage. You can get it in the silver. I have two of the silver, and it is so beautiful. You may remember I wear my silver on my barrels a lot at Christmas time because to me they look a bit like baubles. But how beautiful is that? Again, beaded detail. I really love the beaded detail. So I hope you like my bracelet. It's just, it really is beautiful. It's nice to wear, but I like that it doesn't have a lot of dangles. I like that the feature is sort of with the safety chains dangling at the back. And I think that's one reason it's so nice to wear, because you can sort of feel that against your wrist. But let me know if you've ever done two safety chains, because I'd be interested if I don't know, just came up with that out of the blue, or I've never seen anyone else do it, but I really do love the style of it and just the fact that it is gold and oxidized. It's, yeah, really, really love this bracelet. So I might pop that on and show you. Normally I wear my open bangle in front and the dangle, like dangles in between. What do you think of that? Very hard to show you on this angle just because I'm not up the right way, but I think you get the idea. So I do have some other pieces to show you, but I think I'm going to do a separate bracelet, a separate video, because there's just so much to it, and obviously this video will already be quite long. Now I do have something very, very exciting to share with you. Now my daughter has a book that she got all the way from England, that it's basically the big folder that the store managers use to know what the codes are, what's retired, what's not, all that sort of stuff. And they can go back and look at all the different sets. Now the book that she has is super old. It's got some of my really old pieces in it and some I don't have. It's just such a big book. I'm super duper excited to be able to share it with you because I had to ask her permission. It's one of her favorite things that she owns, Pandora wise, and basically like a holy grail. And yeah, the fact that she's actually said yes, I can share it with you guys, I'm so excited, like you have no idea, because I know what's in it. So if I'm excited, that probably gives you a good idea how exciting it's going to be to share it. So what I'm thinking of doing is, because it's such a big book, it's got so much in it, I'm going to divide it up into sections. And I'm thinking that if I have some of the jewelry pieces that are in the collection, like that are on the pages, that would be a good opportunity for me to show you what I have in my sets, but you'll get all the codes then. So if you like what I'm showing you in my pieces, then you'll be able to get all the codes. You'll see what else is in the set if I don't have the whole set. I'm not going to do it just for charms and stuff. I think I'll just do it for my really old sets, because I think that will be the easiest way. But if you are interested in that, please subscribe. If you like my content today, please like my videos. Thank you so much for joining me, and until next time, take care.